What if I told you the Golden State Warriors are ready to say goodbye to Jonathan Kuminga, and they're eyeing the Chicago Bulls to make it happen? Yeah, you heard that right. Buckle up, because what's happening in the Bay Area right now could reshape both teams this summer. Before we jump into all the drama, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you love NBA stories just like this, and drop a comment telling us if you think Kuminga still belongs in Golden State. The Jonathan Kuminga saga has been swirling in the Bay Area for months now. Once seen as one of the Warriors' brightest young stars, Kuminga's future with the team looks shakier than ever. And here's the kicker. Reports suggest the Warriors are hoping to send him to the Chicago Bulls in a sign-and-trade deal. Why the Bulls? Why now? And why does it feel like Golden State just wants to be done with this experiment? Let's break it down. According to reports, Kuminga's camp is pushing for a massive new deal, somewhere north of $30 million per year. They believe he's worth it. They see his flashes of scoring brilliance, athleticism, and potential as a future all-star. But the Warriors? They see it very differently. Golden State reportedly wants to keep things closer to $20 million per year. Why? Because the front office doesn't believe there's a big market out there willing to pay Kuminga's superstar money. And frankly, right now, there isn't. But the Warriors still want to get something for him, instead of risking losing him for nothing. That's where the sign and trade with Chicago could come in. Reports say the Warriors are holding out hope that a deal can get done with the Bulls, and one name keeps popping up: Ayo Dosunmu, a young, gritty guard who could bring defense, energy, and depth to a Warriors roster looking to make one last championship run around Stephen Curry. It's not exactly a blockbuster move, but for the Warriors, it could be a strategic shift. Offload a player they're not sure about, and bring in someone who fits their style. Now, let's rewind to this past season. Kuminga's year with the Warriors was a wild ride. Over the first 2 months, he looked like just another rotation piece. But by December, he exploded, averaging 21 points per game while shooting nearly 46.4% from the field and over 35% from deep. It looked like Kuminga was turning the corner, ready to step into a bigger role. But as the Warriors stumbled to a 4-7 record in December, his breakout was overshadowed by the team's overall struggles. Then came February, and the real shakeup. The Warriors made a huge move, bringing in Jimmy Butler. Suddenly, minutes at the forward spot became a lot harder to come by. Kuminga's role shrank overnight. To make matters worse, Kuminga suffered an ankle sprain that kept him off the floor. Just when he needed to prove himself most, he was stuck on the sidelines. And when he did come back, the rotation had changed, and his opportunities were few and far between. By the end of the regular season, the once promising forward was watching from the outside, and speculation about his future only grew louder. Despite it all, Kuminga showed flashes of why his camp still believes he deserves that $30 million payday. Against the Minnesota Timberwolves, in the second round, he averaged over 20 points per game, shooting a scorching 54.3% from the field, and over 42% from three. Those numbers turned heads. But in the eyes of the Warriors front office, it wasn't enough to erase an otherwise underwhelming season. So, what does the future hold? The Warriors are reportedly determined to move Kuminga, and the Bulls remain the top target in their eyes. If the two sides can agree on numbers, and if Chicago believes they can unlock Kuminga's full potential, it could go down as one of the more interesting moves of the summer. From the outside looking in, it feels like both sides are ready to turn the page. The Warriors want to stay in win-now mode around Steph and Draymond. Kuminga wants to prove he can be more than just a role player. Whether that next chapter starts in Chicago, we'll just have to wait and see. What do you think? Should the Warriors keep Jonathan Kuminga and bet on his upside? Or is it time to move on and bring in a new piece like Ayo Dosunmu? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Kuminga saga, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your basketball friends, and subscribe for more NBA breakdowns, trade rumors, and behind-the-scenes stories. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned because this NBA offseason is just getting started.